Okay, this is 2008 question 18 exam. It's a galvanic cell, and they've put 4 different half cells together in combination, and they're trying to make it a bit vague, so they've called them P, Q, R, and then the only one that's an actual half cell is the copper one. So they've got the metal electrode, and then the metal ions that are appropriate, the same. So the question says, which one of the following alternatives links the metal in order of increasing strength of reductance? So the oxidizing agents are on the left of your periodic table and the reducing agents are on the right of the periodic table. And increasing strength means putting them in order from as they go down. So first thing to do is always work out which way the electrons are going. We've got a positive electrode and a negative electrode. So this is, if we make them go this way, doesn't really matter which way we make them go, but the anode is where they're lost from and the anode is negative. So the electron's moving in this direction from the negative to the positive. So the main thing with putting things in order is work out which thing is getting the electrons. Okay, because that's how the electrochemical series is organized. The one up the top is the strongest oxidizing agent, and it will gain the electrons and it will gain them from all the other reducing agents below it. So if we can put them in order like the electrochemical series, then you can work it out really quickly. So you need to work out which thing's gaining it. So the positive electrode, all of these ones are getting the electrons. So P is getting the electrons from Cu. So P plus, however many pluses, doesn't really matter, is getting electrons and turning into P metal, and it's getting them from Cu metal when we put them. So the electrons are coming from here to here. That's the main kind of, once you get that order, then it's pretty easy. So that's our first combination. The next one, copper is getting electrons from the Q. So the copper ions are getting the electrons from the Q metal. Next one, the copper is getting it from the R. The copper is getting it from the R. So the question is the R below the Q or above the Q? So if we look at the Q and R, the Q is getting the electrons from the R. Q ions are getting their electrons from the R metal. Okay, so when I say getting their electrons, that's what I mean. They're all undergoing reduction. So if you just do it in the one way all the time, put the one that gets the electrons on the top and the one that gives them underneath, organize it really quickly in that kind of pattern, and then you can work out whatever the question is asking. So the question's asking putting them in order. So P, Cu, Q, and R. P, Cu, Q, and R. So it's D.